Welcome back to the Kulwicki Driver Development Program YouTube channel. I'm Casey Campbell, and thanks for tuning in. Of course, we are profiling the our 2024 Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalists, and here's one of them. It's Derek Gluchacki from Dartmouth, Massachusetts. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. First off, I always ask this question first when we do these first initial announcements for the program. What were you doing when you found out that you were going to be a finalist?
Yeah, so I was at work actually, and it's like a steel building, automotive shop, so there's no service in there. So around 8:59, I casually took a little break, and just kept refreshing Racing America, and yeah, it popped up. Clicked on the link, and we saw my name, and I was pretty excited to say the least.
Nice. Did you think that and you were a previous semifinalist last year and you didn't get in. This year, what was there was did you think what did you think when, this year when you applied again?
Yeah, after I didn't make it last year, it was a big, kind of a upsetting thing. You know what I mean? But I took it, and I guess I kind of ran with it. I was like, we obviously got some things to work on, and I think interviews and stuff like that were a big part of it. Obviously, the on track stuff that's a whole different story. But the interview stuff, I think I really struggled with talking to sponsors, people, stuff like that. And last year, really the whole year, I really just worked on stuff like that. I was able to get a couple sponsors and do all that. So I was a little confidence boost for me. And I knew coming into the interview, I guess I was a little bit more comfortable, you could say, because somewhat knew what to expect, somewhat didn't. And yeah, I think my interview went probably 10 times better than it did the year before, to say the least. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was pretty happy with how that went.
Yeah. Okay. So going into, this year, you had you had a pretty good year last year. 4 wins on the season. Lots to be proud of. 9 wins the year before. Um, what is it gonna what are your 2024 plans gonna be like this year? I know you're gonna be doing a lot of the same stuff, but there's gonna be some different things you're gonna be doing.
Yeah, the main focus obviously is going to be the American Canadian Tour, the full schedule with them. That's a tough series. Some best drivers in New England are in it. And, the cars are really close together, so that's really tough for us. And we're going to head back up to Thompson Speedway in Connecticut for the full season. We've been so close there so many times to the championship, so hopefully we can lock that down this year. And going to go try to defend our Walls Ford Championship at White Mountain. We won the inaugural one, sweeping all the races, so hopefully we can have another successful year there too.
Oh, and probably by the way, by the time you're going to be watching this, Derek, this week, you're going to be featured somewhere else. You're on this week's episode of the Bull Ring, on Racing America. Of course, by this time, this episode is probably going to be uploaded. Of course, you can watch it on Racing America's streaming platforms. So you talked about the interviews and how you kind of got better at those. Like, what really did you, what was it like doing all those? Because I know we've had you on my channel before. What was it like just getting more comfortable doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like you said, it's just a comfort thing for me. I've always been like a somewhat shy kid, kind of kept to myself. I'm an only child, so I'm sure that goes hand in hand with that somewhat. But yeah, it's been really fun. I'm actually enjoying doing them now. I'm not, somewhat afraid, I guess, shy. So yeah, it's been an awesome experience, and it's just like anything. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are, and hopefully, I'm getting a little better at it.
You are. You've done a really good job. But the thing is also, the last time we saw you, obviously, before the semifinalist interview, you look a little different. So, you know, obviously, if you've seen Derek before, with a lot of that stuff, I know the haircut and all that fun stuff. I think the before the semifinalist interview, I've never seen you with the hat off. So what's that gonna be like? What was that like to make all the transitions and all that fun stuff? Also, congratulations because I know a few months ago you recently got engaged.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, just talk about what these last few months have meant to you and going through all these changes. I mean, you're only 22 years old, so that's a lot of change for a lot for someone so young.
Yeah, it's been a lot. My girlfriend, now fiance, has been play a big role in that. Just trying to be the whole package. You gotta look the part too. You can't just you know what I mean. But yeah, you gotta look the part, and you gotta look professional, be presentable, and all that kind of stuff. So she's really pushed me, in every aspect. Really, she's been a really good thing for me, and super thankful for her and her entire family. They support me so much, and they push me along with my own family, obviously, to be the best I can, the best person I can, and I think it's really starting to show and click and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a crazy experience, and now with this, it's just a lot. My phone's been blowing up with all the congratulation texts and messages and kind words and stuff. So it's been a really awesome experience, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the program, to say the least.
Absolutely. I know you and your now fiance have kind of thought of some ideas about what you guys are going to do, in terms of the charitable stuff. Talk about some of those things. Have you kind of decided on what you're going to do?
Yeah, we're definitely going to. She actually runs a nonprofit, Racers to Rycan. Every year we kind of do a around Christmas, Thanksgiving. We raise money, collect toys, food, stuff like that, for the less fortunate. So we're going to expand on that quite a bit. Try and donate to them a couple times a year this year if we can, and try to grow that. I know we're going to be going to some elementary schools. I think there's two right now that we're going to be going to. That's just it's all getting finalized, and we're definitely going to be getting with some a veterans charity. One of my crew guys is a veteran of the oh, I don't want to screw this up, Marines. So yeah, so we're gonna definitely get with them, and then we have another one in the works that we haven't actually got in contact with yet, but it's in the works, and really looking forward to the off track stuff. I've done a limited amount of it, but definitely not as much as I want to. So I'm really looking forward to that whole aspect of this, and hopefully can spread the word of short track racing and try and get some, some young fans, some people to the racetrack.
Absolutely. What does it mean to you to be a 2024 Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalist?
It's an honor, you know what I mean. Just this whole programs is such an amazing deal you guys put together. To have any of our names, any of the finalists' names in the same sentence as Alan Kulwicki, and just his entire team and everything that he meant to NASCAR, to racing. You know what I mean? It's just second to none, and to have all that connected to each and every one of our names is just absolutely unbelievable, and super thankful for everyone involved in the program, and everything you guys do for us.
Absolutely. Well, and it's not going to be too far. Only 2 weeks away until you're back out there.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Still got a lot of work to do with the car, so gonna be some late nights coming up, but we'll get it done.
All right. Derek, where are you going to be heading? Why don't you just tell everybody where you're going to be heading that first week?
Yeah, so here in a couple weeks we'll be at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park for the icebreaker. We got a day and a half of practice, and then we race on the Sunday with the NASCAR Luna Modified Tour. So it should be a fun weekend, and you can watch it all in Racing America, I believe.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, plugging our official media partner. That's awesome. Of course, the Northeast, and then of course you got the Northeast Classic as well in 2 weeks. I don't know if you know this, but you did win it you have won that thing before. What does it mean to win that race, to go to New Hampshire, where basically some of the biggest names in NASCAR have won, and to compete there and win it?
Yeah, right. We've been fortunate enough to win the past 2 years, and it's crazy when you go there. You go up the tunnel, you see the grandstands and the announcers booth and all the suites. It's just like you feel like you made it. You know what I mean? And for us short track guys, that's like our Daytona here in New England for us. So yeah, and honestly, we've been fortunate enough to go to Victory Lane there twice, and you just look up at the grandstands, and you can just think of all the names that have been standing there and have done the one NASCAR races there. So it's a super cool experience, and everyone at ACT and Pass and everyone for putting that whole deal on. They do a great job, and they make it special for us. That's for sure.
All right. Derek Gluchacki, thank you so much for coming on, and congrats on being a 2024 Kulwicki Driver Development Program finalist.
Thank you, Casey.